Hello! In this episode of FUM0070, we are going to make a bicycle. We have two bicycles, and one is usable but not in a very good condition. The other one is not usable, but it has some decent parts. So I'm going to make one bicycle that is in a good condition and will last for years from now. So the first thing to do is to do an assessment on these bicycles, and that is what we are going to do next. Well, the other one is they like each other. So the other one is found in a local recycling center. It's a bicycle with this type of whatever this is, which I really don't like, and it has a decent bell. It has gears, 3 gears. The frame is in decent condition. There is a working lock in it, I believe. Yes, with a key, and that's good to know. Okay, and oh yeah, it's the frame could be used, no trouble in that. This thing I don't like. It's really bad. Yeah. Then the wheels. This one is straight. Very good. And the back wheel is nothing but straight. It's clearly evident that somebody has had an accident with this one. So the back wheel is wobbly. Very bad thing. Okay, that's one. Yes, and the saddle is not good. No. Okay. Let's see the other one then. This was actually refurbished by my son, my older son, and it's in drivable condition. It has a very nice, what is this thing? I don't know what it is in, and it's, you can really feel that it's okay. So the user interface in this bicycle is all right. This saddle, this is an old model with springs here under. Good. It has a security lock, but the original lock is gone. So if I use this frame, I need to remove the old lock remains from here. I don't want to leave them there. And then, well, of course, I believe these wheels are... This is really straight. There is no trouble in that one. The feet is a little bit strange. Well, the wheels are perfect. And the tires are completely new. So those I will absolutely use. And then we have this seat here. Well, this needs some fixing. Probably. If I want to use that one, it needs some fixing. So the frame is a little bit broken, actually. So this frame needs a modification, that frame doesn't. On the plus side, this one has bigger bearing on this thing. That one is a little bit, it's more like flimsy. Okay, so all in all, I will use the other one, the red frame, the white red frame, and go on from there. So I will now take everything away from the old white frame and leave this bicycle alone until I have done that. I will put this outside so it doesn't disturb me. So, frame from the white one, definitely. Well, I will start now dismantling this bicycle. Well, where to start? I will take some tools, like that. I need a little bit more space here. Yeah. I have some boxes for the parts, and first one to come off is that clingle, that one. See the threads, how they look like. Well, damaged. How do we get this out? Well, after a lot of persuasion, I finally got it out. But I'm still not very convinced that this is in a good condition. I believe that, well, let's see how it is. It doesn't sound right for the first, and yeah. So let's take it apart. This is, let's not take that cleaning thing apart. Oh yeah. Okay, this one we don't need anymore. Hopefully. And this one came from there. And this is just, well, I don't know whether it is zinc or aluminum cast, but it's a cast. Well, let's see if that works. It might work, might not. And now there is a nut which is seems to be a little bit, it was really tight at this as well. No, of course it's no more. Let's see if I can get it all the way up. No, I can't. Because it's somehow it's really not. This is supposed to become freely out from there. I'm quite near getting it out, so. Yes, there you are. Okay. It's supposed to come out way easier than that. And now we can take this. There is a washer which should have a locking thing. It does not come out before we get that tube out. Oh yeah, this will spoil the tube. But there is nothing much I can do for this. It's no, it doesn't move at all. This is totally rusted in place. Well, this is what I ended up with this thing. Well, it's now it's I used some hacksaw, so I got all these things out and I got it out, but there is still this tube inside this tube, which is really corroded in there. It is more or less like glued. The outer diameter of this is 25 millimeters, so I'm now boring with drilling with a 25 millimeter drill and trying to get rid of that. And now let's see what happens. One thing about this machine is that it's really quiet. I like this. Okay, well, I will use some protective eyewear now because, well, let's see. This is not the best possible scenario, so I have to be really careful when drilling this. Yeah, and this also goes to show the versatility of this milling machine. Okay, let's see what happens here. Well, at least it probably needs some of this stuff. Not a lot, but still it needs. I could use coolant here, and I will if it proves to be the concept, but I try to. Okay, a lot better. To drill this really carefully. I don't want it to bind. This is really Huh. Okay. Huh. Well, now it happened. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Okay. There you are. Yummy. Well. So, this is how to take it away. Just buy an old milling machine like this Sauchlin and then restore it, put it in working order, and then you can easily take out this element inside a tube like that. As an aftermath, by carefully dialing in this one, you could probably get it more precise. But, to my opinion, a result like this is what is now left from the tube that was inside the other tube. This is not too bad, just eyeballing the drill on place. Yeah. Well, maybe I was lucky, but if you practice things, so you give the chance to your luck, a better chance. And then I would like to speak a word about these old Morse 2, in this case, drill bits. Well, I cannot see the brand, maybe you can. If I put it there, hopefully, I don't know whether it is visible. But I bought this from Frankfurt Flea Market and the price was, I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was not very expensive. And this type of, it was a little bit very dirty and had a lot of stuff on top of it. But look at it now. Well, and well, these type of drills, they last a lifetime. You just have to learn how to sharpen them. I'm still in the learning curve, and I sharpened this before we started, and well, I think it was quite good. Yeah. Okay, this was all that I wanted to say about these old school drills. Now I would like to demonstrate how to clean up your milling table. This is, well, maybe somebody tells that okay, it's clean, but for my, I don't think so. It's not really. So what I use is this. Well, I have here, I can hose it like this. And there you are. First clean. Next. Clean. Well, it makes your coolant a little bit, how would I say, not so clean, but well, this is a really good washing agent, I would say. And the last one is this. Okay. Now it's reasonably clean. Very easy to do. And yeah. Well, this was the piece that was still inside the tube. And the purpose of this is that when you draw it in, it will expand this part here, and it will jam into there. That is, and it will come out when you loosen it if it's not corroded. And this is how it looked out. So my boring drilling was spot on, I would say. This one I can reuse. This thing I need to make a new one, a longer one. So here is again my part washing extravaganza. And this time it is the 3-speed gear system in the back wheel, and that one, well, this one when you construct it, I will come back to that, but you shouldn't use grease, or you should, but only on certain dedicated places. Otherwise, very light oil. Now, I will not film this because this is, it's just washing the parts. And that's it. Okay, now I'm here setting up this, trying to put it together. It's really something. Well, I try to remember where all the parts go. Let's try this one first. I put it into the vise because it's easier to handle. There is a locking mechanism here. Then this one, there are two sides, one that is a little bit shiny and one that is not shiny. And because this one goes there, and this will be going here inside. So maybe these shiny parts have been rubbing there, so it goes this way. Okay, there it is, and then we have this locking thing, and now I need something to push it there and not lose it on the process. Yeah, so first the other end. Oh yeah, this is going to be a little bit difficult. Is this the correct one? Yeah, it is. This is going to be... Okay, that is now there. Okay. Well, what do you see? It's there. And of course these parts are totally dry. And I won't put oil into them until in the last moment. So, okay, this is now okay. And then we had this. This is a shaft. It goes inside. Well, I think it goes there. But this way. More like that, because now we have here, yeah, okay, so it's that way. Okay, so what we have here then, there were these, is this the correct size? Looks like that, okay, and it needs to be on that place, I believe, yeah. And then we need a spring here. We have one heavy and one not so heavy. I believe the heavy one belongs to that one. So, and this one has a small notch. Can you see it? It's there, where my finger is. It's very unnoticeable, and it goes somewhere. I believe there is a hole somewhere where it goes. Oh, I believe it's that one. So if I put this here in advance, like that, can I do this? Okay, so then it's there. Now it's hiding there inside in the slot. Okay, let's see if I can now put these on. I need extra hands. Let's start with that one. Oh. So, a smaller screwdriver. Lift the spring a little bit like that, and then put this there, and then the spring back. Oh, what do you see? It's there. The other side then. Oh yeah. This was definitely the correct way of doing this. Broad. There. There are two sets of these. One that is quite a bit larger, and one that is smaller. Oh yeah. And this one, if you put a lot of grillets there, these ones won't work anymore. Okay. That's that. And then we had this one as well had. And here also, this is a one-way thing. It rotates freely to the other direction, and it should grip on the other direction. Now, if there is heavy grease, it won't grip. So, well, okay. And this one had also two of these things, and I believe this had the not so heavy spring, and this one doesn't have any indents. Oh, this is a little bit funny. Is it broke? No. It settles there. There are now, in this case, we have two of these. It's so that it won't rotate. Okay, same system. Other side first. This one goes inside there that way, I believe. Yeah. And the other side. That's a small one. Oh, magnetic, this screwdriver. Yeah. Well, and now we have these. And these, if there is grease, they don't like to work after that. You should put some grease into that. I don't know which way this is. This should be. I believe that way. This is the brake. So, okay. That, and then and now, if I recollect this correctly, this one goes into this shaft, and then we had here inside we have a thing like this. There is this thing that is used to, it is pulled and it will change the gears, and there is a small, it's actually a nut. So when you put it like this, you can then use this chain. Well, this was totally black originally, so now this was one thing that should be assembled in advance, and you put it which way? That way, I believe. You put it from this side in, it should go there, yeah, and it did, and then you just screw this in. Okay. Hopefully it does the trick. Yeah. And now what happens, it doesn't come out anymore. And this is used to, so there is a spring behind, I believe, here. This takes care of the, yeah, exactly. But this is a little bit later. So now we have this, we are this far. And now this goes over there. That's that. This one, which is, no, this one goes then over here. Yeah. Well, and then we have all this, these things like this. Ah, this one goes that side. Yeah. Okay. And we are still missing the bearing. And this one, I believe, is the bearing race for that one. Yeah. Oh, not too bad. And then this one, I believe, goes somewhere like there. And then, yeah, okay. So let's see how this, there is an indent again. Okay. So now we need the wheel itself. Okay, let me do some assembling here. So, at the moment I have pre-installed this. The gear change chain is under there. You might notice that this shaft has flats, so therefore you can quite safely put that into your vise. And I actually try to, yeah, it's quite tight because now, okay, I will get the wheel on top of that quite soon. So now it's the correct time to put some oil into there, because I don't have any access to these parts after I put this together. So for the first, I'm using here gear oil, and it's not exactly very fluidy. It's sort of sticky, so it means that it stays there. Hopefully it stays. Now, you don't need a lot of this. That's probably a little bit too much. And then you just put this there. Okay, maybe a little bit there too, but just a little bit. We don't want this oil to migrate around, because if it migrates, it will dilute the grease, and then you have this sticky grease everywhere. And then just a tiny drop here under, and this should be really like almost nothing. It's very difficult with this oiler to get it there. Okay, well, I wipe the excess away. I don't want this oil to go anywhere else I wanted to. And then we have this washer which has a flat. As you can see, it has a flat. And this, if I look into it, I can see that it has been this way around. There is a shiny side and not so shiny side. So therefore it goes this way. And there was already oil, so. And then we have this type of C-clip maybe. And this will go here. Yeah. And now this is done. And next step will be to put the wheel on top of that. And now this, you can put this many ways, but I can see it. Okay, first of all, I have quite, it's well cleaned. It should be. This is the braking surface, so it should be really well cleaned. Oh yeah, and of course we have here the braking, and this one also needs some oil, but really minimal amount. Too much. Almost too much. Let's wipe the excess away. It doesn't need this a lot of this oil, so now it's there. And this one, well, okay, that surface we need a little bit of this stuff. This is molybdenum, moly, but this is probably correct amount. I just put the tiniest dab here, and that's it. And be very careful not to spread it around. Okay. Did it spread there? We need to put it. No, it is there. We don't want to put more than. Okay, it's there. Now, this is the brake shoe. It's like this, and there is this thing, which might be oiled a little bit, but just the tiniest amount again. Okay, wipe the excess away. And now, well, this notch here, there is a notch, I will show it to you. This thing, there is a notch here as well, both sides. And these must be so that they go into that. So that when there is the notch, there is the slot, it goes into that slot. And there you are. And now we could put the wheel on. And now this has two sides, the brake shoe side and the chain side. And here is the braking surface, so obviously it goes this way. Hopefully it now goes there. Doesn't it? Why? It should. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So let's put the brake shoe last there. There you are. Okay. And now this has a bearing. And So the bearing race is there. Wait a minute. Do we have... there is something wrong here. Yeah, it... this is... okay, now I know. It's too deep at the moment, so this goes there, like that. This is always horrible. Okay, it is there. So, okay. Brake side up. So it is these small things that prevent us from okay. This way, and this comes actually up quite a bit from there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So now, so here is the other race, and there is the other race for a bearing. And now, which way does this go? Outside, I believe this way, so that is there any difference? No. Okay, so anyway, I will put some small dabs of grease here. I don't fill it completely, just a little bit. Let me show you something like really little. This doesn't need to be filled completely, just a little bit. And again, this has some lithium in it and this molybdenum thing, so it will be, it's quite good grease, I believe. The thing is that this shouldn't migrate anywhere from here. Once it's there, it shouldn't migrate. Unless it becomes diluted by oil. Then it will. Now, let's put some more there. Yes, I washed these quite thoroughly. And yeah. There you are. And now this one goes, does it really? It doesn't matter which way we put it there. Now there is the bearing, and then we put this on there. Yeah. Okay. Then we have okay, we have this. No, we have two. Does it come? Yeah, okay. This is okay. We put the nuts here. We need to be a little bit careful with these because we don't want to. Okay, that should be it. Now I can loosen this and turn it around. Oh, yeah. should go there. Yes, it did. And now we put this. There are also flats in this side, so I can use the vise here, but I use these aluminum pieces to prevent it from damaging the threads. Okay. And now you can see this functions like this. Okay. Now this becomes really interesting. And next thing will be from here. We have actually two springs here. I know that this spring goes there. Like that. But now we also would like to put a little bit of oil here. Just a little bit. Again, we don't want it to migrate anywhere. And there too. Okay. It's very, it works. Okay. And now this spring, then we had that spring. This spring goes into there. Now if you wonder why I have this holds it together. If you unscrew it, it will want to come apart. And then this big spring goes around here. And what then? Then we have we have again a bearing, big one, this, and we need to yeah, okay, put some grease into this one too. Oh, too much. That's too much. If this stuff migrates somewhere in the brake, you don't have any more brakes in your bicycle. Just a little bit there. There you are. And I think it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant which way you put this, just put it and don't, okay, now it's there. Bearing, and then we have this, and this also has a bearing. And we can put grease afterwards, yeah, we can, so we don't put it yet there. So this goes now. This goes now. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah. And then, well, the last bearing. Well, I probably need to put the grease in advance. into that. Oh yeah, okay. And let's put that. I'm just trying to be very conservative with this grease. I can already feel it. It's on the outside you have grrr. Okay, now go there. And then we have this thing which goes, oh yeah, we had the grease there already there. This thing goes there. And let's wipe it a little bit. Okay. Fine. Let's just put it together. Like that. Like that. Okay. Then we need a nut here. Hopefully I did put everything there. No, I didn't. Did I? We have one part left which I don't know whether it should be there. What is this? Okay. Okay. This is definitely not correct at the moment. Something is horribly wrong. Okay. This bearing didn't go the correct way. Huh, why? Okay. It wants to be the other way around, I believe. Yeah. Oh. So, this is how you put it together. And don't let this come out. So, this bearing here is the other way around, like this. Or is it? Let's see. Well, it looks like that. But I think it shouldn't. It should be quite irrelevant which way it is. But well, that's the correct position. Okay, let's keep it that way then. This one goes there. This one goes there. Yeah. Not that one. The nut there. Now let's see, that one was the shiny side. Now you understand why I'm using a vise for this. Yeah, now it's in the correct place, I believe. Needs to be tighter, toe. I don't know how tight. That's the brake. Let's see if these work. Why is there this play? I cannot put it anyway more, so probably needs to be tightened from the other side. Okay, and now this is the bearing shield. It goes here like that. Then we have a washer like that. Goes there like that. And then we have this. Goes there. Okay, there are markings like it has been sitting this way. So, and now the missing part is this O-ring, which you need a considerable amount of force to put it in. Okay, then you just go round, and last bit. Okay, there you are. It feels sloppy now, but I know that when I turn this thing around, this, I can use the other side nuts to tighten the bearing to the correct tension. And again the flats. There you are. Okay. So let's tighten the bearings. This should now that's too tight. A little bit looser. Please notice the sound. It should sound like that. Let's see now. Little bit looser. Okay, loose that much, and then we put the supporting nut here. And now this is a little bit I don't have the correct tool to do this. We should have a very small diameter or thickness of how much is this? 17 maybe. Oh, do I have it? Wow, I did have. Well, that's funny. A little bit looser. One tiny bit looser. Yet a little bit looser. Now it is I was lucky with that tool, really. This is normally not a very nice thing to. And then we have just this side has well, it has a special washer like that. No, it's the other side. This side, that's pretty funny, we don't have washers here. Well, but it should go somewhere. Which way? Okay. This prevents the shaft from rotating, and this was the wrong nut. This is the correct nut. I put it tight because I want to put it into vise one more time. Okay. And we have one extra part. It's very nice that they reserve parts, extra parts when they put these together. Right? Oh, it feels really alright. And the brake is working really well. Good. This is the slow speed and this should be the high speed, and it is. And in the middle there should be neutral. And it is. Good. And the brake works really. Okay, now we are ready with that one. Okay, one thing, the nut. This side has a special nut which has a hole in it for this chain. And it goes there. Well, I believe the special washer should be this side, actually. Because the washer was integrated in the other nut. So this side should have that. Okay, well, I changed it right away. Let's not put it wrong together. So this one away. This one away. So this is not belonging to this side. It's the other side. This side, that needs that one. Actually, my impractical vice is practical at the moment. So this goes that way, there. And then you have this nut, this special nut. Okay, there you go. Well, now we have one thing that we need to do here. I'll show you. You probably see that it's wobbling. But that will be in the next episode. So till then, bye!